1:12 a.m., Friday, May 16th, 2025, Las Vegas Strip, Paradise, Nevada. Fluorescent lights hum over stainless steel in a back-of-house corridor. Security cameras record every angle. Motion sensors trace slow heat across polished floors. Russell Henley, 34, head bartender on the 3 to 11 swing. He wipes the counter, folds a bar chit, slips it into his apron. Digital clock, 01:12:43. 3 floors up in Comp Suite 4018, a tech investor sleeps face down on Egyptian cotton. Room safe open. 2 duffels half packed. Inside them now, nothing. $740,000 in chips, cash, and crypto wallets gone. Security log 01:28 a.m. Zone 40F, badge HC 4471 verified. By 02:40, LVMPD clears the suite. Nevada Gaming Control Board forensics bag a rinse bottle from an abandoned service cart. Cap threads don't match the bottle. Wrong manufacturer. Surveillance tracks Brandy Coulter in housekeeping whites moving through 41 floors, exiting elevator SE2 at 01:34. She vanishes near the Koval Lane loading dock, the casino's only blind spot. Downstairs, a closed tab still warm from the printer. QR tip code links to a crypto wallet with $7.6 million total inflow. Blockchain timestamp 03:09 a.m. At 04:18 a.m., an FBI process server reaches the employee entrance. Russell Henley is gone. Cooler cam shows an empty jacket hook, a wiped phone cradle, and the service door ajar. Investigators would later trace everything back to one overlooked detail, a single cap that didn't fit. How did a strip bartender build a $7.6 million theft ring inside the most regulated casino floor in Nevada and vanish completely before the federal warrant hit the door? Before we get into it, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit hype to boost this episode. Drop a comment below with your city or country. I'm always curious where viewers are joining from. Russell Henley worked the 3 to 11 swing shift at Paradise Palms Resort and Casino, head bartender position. Culinary Workers Union, Local 226, card number 4471B. Clean background check. No prior arrests on record. No gambling violations in the Nevada Gaming Control database. No debt flags in the credit monitoring system. The official facade concealed different numbers entirely. 34 years old with weathered hands that move bottles with muscle memory. 12 years mixing drinks for high-limit players who dropped more money in a single night than he earned in 6 months of double shifts. His apartment on Flamingo Road cost $1,800 a month for a studio with a view of a parking lot. Payday loans from 3 different storefronts covered the gap between rent and groceries. His own bar venture on Spring Mountain Road had failed 18 months earlier, leaving him personally liable for $43,000 to private investors who wanted their money back with interest. The investors had started making phone calls. Paradise Palms Resort occupied 45 floors of prime strip real estate between Caesars and the Bellagio. The main casino floor sprawled across 80,000 square feet of gaming space. Front bars served the general casino population, mixing standard drinks for slot players and low-limit table games. The service well-handled high-limit lounge orders where minimum bets started at $500 per hand. A sky bridge connected the casino tower to luxury suites occupying floors 28 through 44. Service elevators moved staff and supplies through the complex maze of corridors hidden from guest view. Employee parking sat off Frank Sinatra Drive, segregated from guest areas by concrete barriers and security checkpoints. The building operated as 3 separate ecosystems under one roof. Casino floor surveillance monitored gaming activities through hundreds of cameras. Hotel operations managed guest services, room assignments, and concierge requests. Food and beverage departments coordinated restaurant service, bar operations, and in-room dining. Each system maintained independent databases with limited cross-communication. Russell kept a personal rinse bottle behind the service well, custom cleaning solution designed to speed glassware turnover during peak hours when orders backed up 20 deep. Clear liquid with a slight chemical smell, no manufacturer label. Management had noted its missing identification tag in March safety inspection logs, but took no enforcement action. Personal equipment violations carried written warnings only. He observed everything with the focused attention of someone who understood that information was currency. Player behavioral tells during winning streaks and losing runs, Room key handling habits when guests paid tabs with credit cards. Host comp authorizations that exceeded standard spending limits for specific player ratings. RFID-enabled wristbands that gave VIP players priority access to express elevators and reserved seating areas. The patterns formed a detailed map of money movement and security gaps. The system revealed its first critical flaw during a routine Tuesday evening shift. Room key cards tied directly to the property management system through point-of-sale terminal verification. Each comp transaction required real-time identity confirmation and credit limit checking. But security protocols remained split between three different departments. Hotel operations managed room access, food and beverage controlled comp authorizations, and surveillance monitored gaming floor activities. Three separate audit schedules that rarely synchronized. Significant gaps existed in the cross-departmental verification process. A high roller from Silicon Valley forgot his room key card on the bar ledge after settling a $4,000 tab. Standard protocol required returning lost key cards to guest services for identity verification and potential reissuance. Russell returned it directly to the guest, but not before noting the last four digits of the key's unique RFID identifier. He printed those digits on his shift closing tab as a reference code, disguised as a wine inventory note. The numbers matched real room assignment records in the property management system. Case file 21843B. Subject observed documenting key patterns during shift operations. Brandy Coulter supervised overnight room service operations on the graveyard shift. 15 years of hotel experience, spotless employment record, single mother of two, working double shifts to pay for her daughter's community college tuition. She complained regularly about ghost turn-down requests that appeared in the system during shift change windows. Scheduled turn-down service between 9:45 and 10:05 p.m. when housekeeping staff rotated between day and evening departments. Guests would request late turn-down service, but room status logs showed no completion records. The requests vanished from the system without explanation. Russell listened carefully to her complaints during their brief interactions in the service quarters. The master service tablet used by housekeeping supervisors cached door override authorization codes offline for exactly 5 minutes after each credential system refresh. Standard security protocol designed to prevent service interruptions if the central server experienced temporary connectivity issues. But during those 5 critical minutes, cached codes remained active in the tablet's memory without requiring real-time verification from central security. A 5-minute window where digital keys worked without oversight. The combination of factors formed a theoretical possibility that grew clearer with each shift. Alcohol consumption impaired guest judgment and reaction times in predictable ways. Housekeeping uniforms moved freely through restricted access areas without attracting security attention. Door access logs registered turn-down service entries as routine operational activity during scheduled service windows. But one critical detail didn't align with the pattern. Security log, April 8, 23:47 p.m. Turn-down service completion variance noted in system audit. If the turn-down completion numbers match the guest request logs exactly, who was modifying the timing windows between request and service? And why were the modification timestamps occurring during the credential refresh cycles? The question suggested someone understood the system's operational gaps better than the security department realized. Russell began watching the modification patterns more closely. The system architecture revealed itself through careful observation and repetition across multiple shifts. Hotel RFID room key cards broadcast unique identifying signatures within a 5 to 10 centimeter range using industry-standard 125 kHz frequency. Point-of-sale terminals at every bar and restaurant location polled the central property management system for comp verification, credit limit checking, and guest identity confirmation. Service tablets assigned to housekeeping supervisors maintained offline database access during scheduled system refresh cycles to prevent service disruptions. Bar receipt printers logged every transaction with precise timestamps and operator identification codes. Russell mapped the operational process flow with methodical precision. Guest comp requests required room number verification through casual conversation or direct payment card presentation. Point-of-sale terminals connected to the property management database through encrypted channels that updated every 30 seconds. Timing gaps existed between departmental databases that operated on different refresh schedules. RFID broadcast patterns remain consistent across all keycard types issued by the hotel. No technical hacking required. No exploitation of system vulnerabilities. Social engineering tactics only. Security log, Carson, March 22nd, 10:12 p.m. QR code tap-to-tip activation correlates with increased device unlock frequency. First operational test, low-stakes intelligence gathering. Russell identified a mid-tier guest through routine bar conversation and comp verification procedures. Software company middle manager from Portland attending a technology conference. Room 2847 on the 28th floor. Russell relayed room information to Brandy through casual text message, suggesting she attempt a courtesy turn-down service during the scheduled security patrol gap between 11:15 and 11:30 p.m. Target objective, information gathering only, no room entry attempted. Result, mission aborted. Guest remained in room during proposed service window. The security patrol rotation map showed level 32 camera maintenance occurred every Tuesday from 01 where to 01:30 a.m. 30-minute surveillance blackout window for routine equipment cleaning and lens calibration. No camera coverage during maintenance cycles. Second test phase, data correlation analysis. Russell systematically tracked comp transaction patterns against elevator usage statistics through Jake Brennan, a security technician with 6 years of casino surveillance experience. Jake worked the swing shift in the central monitoring station and had developed friendly relationships with food and beverage staff over years of shared late-night meals. Clear behavioral patterns emerged from the data analysis. High-limit players consistently use specific elevator banks during peak gaming hours. Service timing aligned precisely with housekeeping schedule rotations. Correlation coefficient exceeded 90% accuracy, but operational failure struck during early implementation testing. A high-value guest noticed an unusual smell from a rinsed martini glass during Russell's Wednesday evening shift. Chemical residue from the personal rinse bottle had left trace compounds that altered the gin's aromatic profile. The guest complained directly to the VIP host, who filed a formal incident report citing improper glassware storage procedures. Russell received an official written warning for violating food safety protocols. From that moment forward, all personal cleaning bottles operated without manufacturer labels or identifying marks. NGCB Incident Report, NANAR 25-3412. Glassware contamination complaint filed. Employee counseling administered. Third test sequence, timing observation and behavior analysis. Russell monitored guest movement patterns following last call service, noting impairment levels, reaction times, and elevator usage preferences. Brandy conducted parallel surveillance operations in guest corridors using legitimate service carts loaded with fresh linens and standard housekeeping supplies. No room entry attempts made during testing phase. Behavioral pattern documentation only. Critical breakthrough occurred at 01:07 a.m. during a routine Thursday shift. The point-of-sale printer generated a transaction record showing room 4018, 2X rare mats, exactly 43 seconds before elevator access logs recorded keycard usage to the 40th floor. The timing correlation suggested real-time connectivity between payment processing and building access systems. FBI field report, Las Vegas office, near pattern analysis demonstrates 94% predictive accuracy for room location. Kelsey Mills worked as a contracted medical consultant for Casino Health Services, providing emergency response training and guest safety protocols. 15 years of emergency room nursing experience before transitioning to private healthcare consulting. She advised Russell on guest intoxication recognition procedures for liability protection and proper emergency medical service contact protocols if intervention became necessary. Her assigned position near the main taxi dispatch area provided clear sight lines to employee service exits and guest departure patterns. Russell replaced the traditional physical tip jar with a printed QR code system linking to cryptocurrency wallet addresses. Fresh digital addresses generated daily through automated mixing services controlled by James Blake, a former casino cage supervisor with extensive knowledge of currency exchange procedures and over-the-counter cryptocurrency trading networks. James maintained relationships with legitimate dealers who facilitated large volume transactions without triggering federal reporting requirements. Casino security questioned Russell about the new QR tip system during a routine policy compliance inspection. Nevada Gaming Control Board regulations permitted digital tipping mechanisms provided they linked to properly documented W-9 tax reporting forms. Russell filed all required documentation through the Employee Services Department. Every transaction appeared completely legitimate in regulatory audits. The critical decision point crystallized during a heavy drinking session with a technology venture capitalist from San Francisco. The guest consumed 8 premium cocktails over a 4-hour period, while losing consistently at high-limit blackjack. His motor control deteriorated progressively as blood alcohol levels increased. The VIP host personally escorted him to express elevator access after he requested assistance reaching his room. The guest suite safe was discovered open the following morning during routine turndown service. No theft reported, no incident documentation filed. One operational gap had opened with complete ease, but deeper analysis revealed additional systemic vulnerabilities. The property management system logged all door access events with unique timestamps, but cross-reference checking between different security databases occurred only during monthly audit cycles. Housekeeping service requests could be modified retroactively within a 6-hour window to accommodate guest schedule changes. RFID access logs showed routine patterns that security personnel interpreted as normal operational activity rather than potential security breaches. Case file 21843B. Systemic vulnerabilities identified across multiple operational departments. Russell tested the correlation between comm transaction timing and guest room access patterns over a 3-week observation period. Accuracy rates exceeded 95% for predicting when guests would return to their rooms after bar service. The combination of alcohol consumption tracking, payment timing analysis, and elevator usage patterns created a precise predictive model for guest location and vulnerability windows. The opportunity structure existed throughout the casino's operational framework. How many locked doors could a scheduled timing gap unlock across an 11-month operational period? 5-person operational crew assembled over 8 weeks of careful recruitment and vetting procedures. Russell Henley controlled intelligence gathering operations and guest targeting through his position at the main bar. Brandy Coulter provided building access, uniform cover, and corridor navigation expertise through her housekeeping supervisor role. Jake Brennan supplied security timing intelligence, patrol route schedules, and surveillance gap analysis from his position in the central monitoring station. Kelsey Mills maintained perimeter surveillance and emergency medical response cover from her consulting position near guest transportation areas. James Blake handled financial laundering operations and cryptocurrency conversion through his network of over-the-counter trading contacts. Each crew member brought specific expertise essential to operational success. Primary operation windows established through systematic surveillance of security patterns. Tuesday and Thursday evenings, 0050 to 0135, when patrol rotations created 45-minute gaps in corridor coverage. Backup operational window, Sunday early morning, 0210 to 0240, during shift change procedures that reduced security personnel by 30%. Service elevator SE2 provided direct access to floors 28 through 44, where high-value suites concentrated guest wealth. Cross-corridor route to linen closet LCB offered concealed staging area for equipment storage and personnel coordination. Brandy cached 2 complete sets of regulation housekeeping uniforms in linen closet LCB during routine supply inventory procedures. RFID identification tags cloned from legitimate laundry vendor inventory passed standard visual inspection protocols. Electronic verification systems remained impossible to defeat, but Foot Patrol officers rarely performed detailed credential scanning during routine corridor encounters. Primary target categories: casino chips with verified rack identification codes that facilitated currency exchange, cash bricks stored in guest safes during large gambling sessions, designer watch collections frequently carried by technology executives, cold wallet cryptocurrency hardware devices, and passport folders containing additional financial documentation. Case file 218-43B, operational procedures documented through recovered digital communications. Information flow architecture. Russell gathered room intelligence through guest interaction at the main bar, transmitted operational codes via text message to Brandy's secure phone. Code M12 indicated movement authorization in 12 minutes. Brandy positioned service cart during scheduled turn-down service windows. Rapid acquisition of contents from open safes or unsecured luggage. Transfer to designated stairwell location for handoff procedures. Duffel bag transport via employee parking garage to James's collection vehicle positioned near Covell Lane loading areas. Communication security protocols. Near-field communication tags mounted beneath service cart storage shelf. Changed color indicators when scanned with specialized readers. Green signal meant operational clearance. Red signal indicated immediate abort procedures. No verbal communication during operational phases. 3 preliminary dry run exercises conducted over consecutive weeks. Corridor timing measurements only. No room entry attempts made. Door access logs reviewed afterward showed only routine housekeeping service signatures without anomalous patterns. Electrical infrastructure analysis revealed predictable power management cycles. At 4:58 a.m. every Tuesday, scheduled power load balancing near Linen Closet LCB created natural lighting reductions for 40-second intervals. The controlled blackout provided natural concealment for personnel movement between camera coverage zones. James established multiple financial laundering channels through seemingly legitimate business operations. Art consignment, sales through established galleries in downtown Las Vegas, cryptocurrency over-the-counter trading relationships capable of processing transactions up to mid-six-figure amounts without federal reporting triggers, and casino chip color-up procedures that utilized acceptable loss tolerance margins to wash transaction histories. But operational complications emerged during implementation testing. Security log, April 15th, 034. AM patrol route deviation log due to VIP guest escort requirements. Jake misread the security patrol shift rotation schedule during the second dry run exercise. Service cart positioning occurred during active K9 security sweep on the 40th floor. Kelsey initiated fake medical emergency procedures at the main taxi dispatch area, creating personnel diversion that forced patrol unit redirection. Operations successfully aborted without detection. Risk management controls established strict operational parameters. No attempts on locked safes requiring technical bypassing. No violence or direct confrontation with guests under any circumstances. Immediate abort procedures if guest presence detected in target rooms. Only opportunistic acquisitions during legitimate service windows when rooms appeared temporarily vacant. Financial scaling parameters. Maximum acquisition of $240,000 to $380,000 per operational night to avoid triggering automated casino loss detection algorithms. Mandatory cooldown periods of 10 to 14 days between operational cycles to prevent pattern recognition by security analysis systems. Total operational target of $7.6 million accumulated over 11 months of controlled activity. Evidence elimination procedures. Russell rotated QR tip code addresses on daily basis using automated cryptocurrency mixing protocols. Performed complete data wipes of bar point of sale systems after each shift. Maintained disposable communication devices in Faraday electromagnetic shielding sleeves taped beneath ice storage bins in food service areas. Operational tension emerged when James pushed for accelerated throughput timelines. Russell refused modification of established safety protocols. Text message exchanges, captured in later digital forensics analysis, showed escalating disagreement over risk tolerance levels and operational tempo. LVMPD Digital Forensics Unit, Communication Metadata Recovery, 147 messages between subjects. Additional security complications developed when bell captain staff reported repeated housekeeping sightings on non-assigned floors during shift rotation periods. Brandy modified her appearance by changing hairstyle and uniform accessories. She created alternate identification badge cover story involving cross-departmental training responsibilities. Hotel management accepted the explanation without conducting detailed investigation. Critical near failure occurred during testing phase when guest in target room 3621 awakened during Brandy's entry attempt. She executed emergency cover story involving room service delivery mistake, left sealed water bottle and formal apology card, departed without incident. No security report filed by guest or hotel staff. Fatal operational oversight. Russell's personal rinse bottle sustained hairline crack during routine cleaning procedures. He replaced the damaged cap with similar appearing cap from general bar supply inventory. Thread pitch specifications didn't match original bottle manufacturing standards perfectly. The difference measured less than half a millimeter, but would prove decisive during forensic analysis. Conference scheduling analysis revealed optimal target opportunity. Technology Innovation Summit, scheduled for May 14 through 17, would concentrate unprecedented wealth in Paradise Palms luxury suites. High-value guests expected to carry significant cash reserves, cryptocurrency hardware, and valuable personal effects. Security shift scheduling charts indicated camera maintenance window on May 16th from 1:1 just to 1:30 a.m., creating ideal operational conditions. Hotel Management Internal Memo, May 10th. VIP guest services scaled for technology conference arrivals. Weather forecast predicted clear conditions with minimal wind for sound carrying. Building occupancy rates expected to reach 97%, creating maximum concealment within normal guest activity patterns. Service elevator scheduling showed reduced freight movement during early morning hours when guest room service requests typically decreased. Crew positioning verified through final reconnaissance. Russell confirmed bar shift assignment for target evening. Brandy arranged housekeeping supervisor coverage for overnight operations. Jake verified camera maintenance window timing through official work orders. Kelsey established medical consultation coverage near taxi dispatch areas. James positioned collection vehicle with legitimate vendor parking credentials. Equipment inventory complete. Service cart with authentic housekeeping supplies. RFID tags cloned from legitimate vendor inventory. Disposable communication devices with encrypted messaging capabilities. Faraday shielding materials for electronic device concealment. Professional-grade duffel bags designed for inconspicuous transport. Cryptocurrency wallet access credentials for immediate fund transfer. Perfect storm operational conditions aligned for maximum opportunity. But what happens when the biggest concentrated wealth target lands exactly on the weakest security coverage window of the entire year? May 16, 2025, real-time sequence. 22 awardee. Russell initiates heavy comp rotation for 3 whale players. Room numbers confirmed through casual conversation. POS verification prints align with guest registry. Normal interaction patterns. 22-47, tab totals spike beyond normal range. System flags noted, but not investigated. 23:15, Jake texts status update. SE2 clear, patrol adjusted VIP. Service elevator route confirmed. Security focus redirected to VIP entourage requirements. 23:58, Russell swaps QR tip code to night wallet address. James confirms first microtransaction test. Crypto infrastructure operational. 0007, Whale A escorted toward Tower B, 40th floor. Host requests water service. Russell dispatches 2 sealed bottles via service route. Standard protocol. Euro 19, Brandy positions service card at linen closet LCB. Housekeeping uniform matches roster schedule. RFID prop tag passes visual inspection. Duro 24. Kelsey radios unruly passenger situation outside main entrance. LVMPD detail steps away from lobby for crowd control. 3-minute window. Lobby camera coverage shows simultaneous gap. 0028. Jake triggers courtesy turn-down window in property management system for room 4018. Service tablet caches override authorization. 5-minute timer begins. 0031. Russell prints dummy bar chit showing 4018 for audit trail. Transaction appears routine in logs. 0033. Brandy enters room 4018. Safe door ajar. Contents visible. Chip racks. 210,000 cash brick. 3 luxury watches. Items bagged in linen service insert. 0036. Unexpected obstacle. Vendor cart blocks, service elevator SE2 on level 38. Brandy reroutes to stairwell SC. Extended exposure time. Plan modification required. 0:39. Kelsey spots floor security heading towards stairwell SC. She calls second medical emergency near taxi line. Security units diverted downward. 142. Handoff completed at stairwell landing. Duffel transferred to bell closet behind linen storage cage. Timestamp 42:11. Lens flare mask transfer on camera. Gronro 45. Russell resets to standard pace. Bar iPad wiped clean. QR wallet shows 0.65 BTC inflow. Operation Phase 1 complete. 0052. Second target identified. Room 3724. Door log synchronization confirmed. Interior scan. Chip racks only. Skip to avoid surveillance heat map concentration. 0058. Camera maintenance window engages levels 40-41. Planned corridor darkness begins. 30-minute opportunity. Aero 1-3. Brandy enters room 4112. Contents: cold wallet, cryptocurrency hardware, passport folder, loose chips. Night take accumulating beyond projections. Aero 1-07. Near discovery. Hotel engineer turns into corridor during Brandy's exit. She pivots to linen count verification script. Engineer accepts explanation. Crisis avoided. Security log, May 16, 01, 12 a.m. Time synchronization recorded across all systems. 0112. Russell glances at wall clock. Bar printer kicks out receipt. He palms it smoothly. This moment later reconstructed frame by LVMPD investigators. 1/16. James sends red cap alert. Crypto inflow crossed flagging threshold at over-the-counter desk. Operations termination recommended. R118. Exit protocol initiated. Duffel retrieved from bell closet, nested in discard linen bundle. James's van waits near Koval Lane loading area. A1.24. Kelsey rides guest elevator to 40th floor. Creates noise signature for camera documentation. Non-crew face recorded in target zone as planned decoy. Area 128. Russell cleans service well. Removes Faraday sleeve phone. Power cycles device. Factory reset engaged. Seer Y134. Critical twist. Nevada Gaming Control Board forensic team arrives unannounced. Liquor compliance inspection pre-conference. Random back bar audit ordered. 0136. NGCB technician examines Russell's personal rinse bottle. Notes cap thread mismatch with bottle specifications. Item logged for chain of custody documentation. 0141. Russell signs routine inspection sheet. Maintains calm demeanor. Sends done message to James from burner phone. SIM card snapped immediately. 0152. James's van clears Tropicana Avenue intersection. Duffel disappears from property grounds. Euro 209. Guest in room 4018 continues sleeping. Suite safe remains open. Lost discovery delayed until morning host check. Euro 231. Russell clocks out early. Medical pretext approved. Walks employee tunnel to parking garage. Drops jacket in locker. Phone cradle wiped clean. 0309. Crypto wallet executes large sweep to cold storage addresses. FBI duty agent notified by NGCB liaison. Emerging pattern identified. Aero 418. Federal process server approaches back of house to serve warrant. Russell has vanished. If the bottle cap thread is wrong, what else doesn't fit? 0740. Theft discovery by VIP host Connor Walsh during routine suite inspection procedures. Guest awakens to find safe completely empty. LVMPD case number 25-0516-447 officially open. Nevada Gaming Control Board forensics team dispatched from Henderson office in unmarked vehicles. Airweight 25. FBI Financial Crimes Case Identification LVFIN 7621T activated under federal jurisdiction. IRS Criminal Investigation Division immediately looped into investigation for unreported cryptocurrency income analysis. FinCN suspicious activity reports pulled from federal archives dating back 18 months. The personal rinse bottle contains standard cleaning residue consistent with commercial food service operations. But laboratory analysis revealed trace chemical compounds on the replacement cap threads that didn't match original manufacturer specifications. No actionable chemistry details disclosed in public investigation records due to ongoing federal case classification. Door access control logs showed all turned-down service entries perfectly aligned with property management system override authorizations. Service tablet offline cache window timing explained all routine access signatures without anomalous patterns. Surveillance footage analysis captured Kelsey Mills on 40th floor elevator during operational timeframe. Extended interview conducted by federal agents. Medical standby consultation duties confirmed through independent taxi dispatch company logs. Alibi verified and sustained under questioning. Jake Brennan immediately placed on administrative leave pending internal investigation. Digital forensics analysis of his personal communication devices revealed deleted text message histories. Advanced metadata recovery techniques successfully reconstructed timing and content of operational coordination messages. FBI field report, Las Vegas office. Cryptocurrency analysis. QR code addresses resolved to controlled cluster network. James Blake's over-the-counter cryptocurrency trading desk in Henderson triggered federal monitoring systems with $1.1 million transaction volume swing, occurring 12 hours before federal raid execution. Complete transaction records subpoenaed through emergency federal warrant procedures. Pawn shop transactions in Las Vegas Chinatown district showed luxury timepiece sales occurring within hours of theft discovery. Serial number verification matched exact contents documented from room 4012 theft inventory. Complete paper trail established linking theft defense operations. James attempted unauthorized cryptocurrency sale through secondary dealer network. Arrested on unrelated Nevada state warrant for investment fraud dating to previous year. Provided limited cooperation statements to federal investigators in exchange for plea consideration. Russell Henley's exit strategy reconstruction. Rental vehicle abandoned in Harry Reid International Airport long-term parking structure. No commercial airline boarding records matched his identification across all major carriers. Ride-sharing service transaction to Prim, Nevada at 0522 utilized throwaway account registration with prepaid gift card payment. Case file 21843B. Fatal forensic oversight identified through microscopic analysis. The mismatched bottle cap threading linked to specific restaurant supply purchase order. Russell signed 14 days prior to operational execution. Purchase order documentation placed him in direct contact with that specific bottle outside normal inventory management procedures. Complete documentary paper trail established federal jurisdiction, federal warrant applications. Title III wiretap authorization denied due to lack of ongoing criminal activity evidence. Rule 41 search warrant approval granted for storage facility searches. Multiple location searches yielded no physical evidence. Casino chip laundering analysis. Portions of stolen chips systematically color up through low-limit table gameplay designed to wash transaction histories. Cage operation records incomplete due to VIP host comp authorization procedures that bypass standard documentation. Media information leak, gaming industry trade publication reports, vanishing bartender security incident. Paradise Palms property management issues, formal denial statement regarding systemic security failure allegations. Financial loss impact assessment, $7,602,000 confirmed missing. Categories include cash currency, casino gaming chips, luxury timepieces, cryptocurrency hardware devices. 0 arrests of principal suspect achieved. Russell Henley final confirmed sighting. Automotive fuel purchase receipt timestamp 06.58, Interstate 15, southbound direction, Baker, California service station. Credit card transaction using authentic identification. LVMPD Detective Bureau. Case status. Open active federal agents execute search warrant for storage unit facility 247, Barstow, California. Interior contents, single employee work jacket, completely wiped cellular phone charging cradle, single bottle cap specimen sealed in evidence bag, thread pitch measurements wrong for any known bottle type, perfect fit to absolutely nothing in evidence inventory, cut to black. When the storage unit door closed in Barstow, did he ever walk out again? The bottle cap remains in FBI evidence storage. Case file 21843B stays open. Russell Henley disappeared into the American Southwest with $7.6 million. No arrest made, no money recovered, no answers found, only questions threading nowhere. Federal warrants, Title III, wiretap denied for lack of ongoing criminal activity. Rule 41 search warrant approved for storage lockers. Searches yielded no evidence. Chip laundering, portions colored up through low-limit table play to wash transaction history. Cage records incomplete due to host comp procedures. Media leak, gaming industry trade publication reports. Vanishing bartender incident. Property management denies systemic security failure. Russell Henley last sighting. Fuel receipt timestamp 06.58, Interstate 15 southbound, Baker, California. Case status. Open financial loss confirmed, $7,602,000. Cash, chips, watches, cold wallets. No arrests of principal suspect. Federal agents open storage unit 247, Barstow, California. Inside, employee jacket, wiped phone cradle, single bottle cap in evidence bag. Wrong threads, perfect fit to nothing. When the door closed, did he ever walk out again?